What's going on, guys? Josh with Accountability for All here, and it's great to see you. So some people dislike me, and here's what I want to do. I'm about to do an audit with the cop that started it all. My very first video, cop-owned citizen flips script, okay? This cop is the reason I started auditing, and whenever I meet a cop that says, "Why do you do this?" I say, well, Sergeant Burnham, Wakefield Police Department. Sergeant Burnham is the reason that my whole journey started. I've seen him a couple times. I've uploaded his videos. And what's going on, John? So now I just saw Sergeant Burnham. So I'm going to go conduct a First Amendment audit on the officer that started it all for me. So anyone that does dislike me, you should really dislike your hate to him, because the man you're about to see is also the man on the very first video on my channel and also Auditing America's channel. He's got close to 200,000 views. So I just saw him and Jay Bird, what's going on, brother? I figured I'd get back to the beginning. We're starting over, so why not start with the cop that started it all? Maybe we can have him answer some of your questions and say, "What's going on, Burnham?" So let's go to the street and take a look. Thank you. So, great to see you, Clutch Nasty. Glad you're able to see this on your break. My very first video, the cop that I totally owned and shut down, we're going to audit him right now. So, the cop that started it all, part 2. I just went on right now, Ken. Oh, I see them powwowing down there. Let's take a look. Unbroken gods. So we're going to see Sergeant Burnham, Sergeant John Burnham, badge number 75 from the Wakefield Police Department, is the officer that started this movement when he went down the wrong way on a one-way, didn't use his emergency lights, scared some old lady off, and demanded ID, and when he didn't get it, he got out of the car and asked a whole bunch of other questions, and we pretty much owned him. He has no idea what the Constitution is. He's not aware of any of the amendments within the Constitution. So, if you guys have questions for him, I'll be glad to ask those questions as we go. See Sergeant Burnham. I might require police assistance to cross the street today. I want to make sure I'm super safe. Oh, what's going on, Burnham? So everyone that dislikes me and dislikes what I do, that's the guy that started it all. How's it going, officer?
How are you doing today?
Not too bad. How are you? No, he's not a meter maid. He is Sergeant John Burnham, also my Uber driver. Just kidding about the Uber driver part. Does anyone have any questions for Sergeant Burnham?
Hey, Laurie, cop watch.
Super unsafe way to park without his emergency light. Sorry, guys, little interruption there. But any questions for Sergeant Burnham today? We're just seeing if the people have any questions for you. Sergeant Burnham, have you done anything illegal today? Yeah, so Sergeant Burnham, he forced traffic to go around him, and he did not activate his emergency lights. Sergeant Burnham, I got a great riddle for you. Why did the mummy go to the movies? Why did the mummy go to the movies? To unwind.
No.
To unwind. Unravel and unwind, maybe.
Hi, Ken Dalton.
Well, it's my ass taste. So is he growing a beard? Or just acting the goat? Okay. All right. Sergeant Burnham, have you ever arrested any bad cops? I think you learned from the first time. It's probably better to remain silent, which is right. Ah, that's good. Sarge. Oh, this is great. See, I'll go across the street if they park right in front of me to try and obstruct my First Amendment right. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can go right across the street. No problem. No problem. There's a perfectly good sidewalk right here. Hang out. Let's sit down over here. Oh, I think I might need help crossing the street. There we go. This is perfect. Sergeant Burnham, what do you call a dirty penny? A rusty penny, I'm sorry. What do you call a rusty penny? A dirty copper. Pretty good one. Looks like they're wrapping up here. It's great to see that they're not on their cell phones. Oh, what is a cop's favorite sandwich? Pulled pork. Pulled pork. Hey guys, do you know what they call two pigs in a tug of war? Pulled pork. Pulled pork, yeah. Ask him if he has a chip in his shoulder or if it's actually up his eye. I don't know. Oh. Really appreciate him helping everyone stay safe. Am I a citizen or a civilian? That's a great question. I don't know if he's insured to carry those cones, but the gun show is pretty big. He's looking fit today. Sergeant Burnham, badge number 75. The Wakefield PD is looking absolutely fit today. I think CrossFit's been doing wonders. Wearing a hat, Joe, wearing a hat could make him bald. Well, we don't want, sorry, I raised the phone because there were some people walking by that didn't want to be on camera, which is fine. I'm not here for the people. Thank you, Guy Oliver. Oh, Guy Oliver, I agree. They're going down that way. Well, in case he's lonely, I really want to make sure I show support to Sergeant Burnham today. Now that he's, I didn't want to talk to him too much because he was on official duty. But it seems he's no longer on official duty.
You want to record him?
Yeah.
In trouble?
I don't know, not yet. The other officer's doing a great job. I might just give Sergeant Burnham a pass today. This is his redemption song, possibly. Officer, can I have your name and badge number, please?
John Whaley, 76.
Thank you, 70. Oh, one after Burnham. Number 76 in your badge, but number 1 in our hearts, Officer Whaley.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate that.
Oh. I already released a video today. I wasn't even going to film, but... I don't know, why do they say quiet as a church mouse? Is like a mouse in church more noisy than like the rest of the mice? That I don't know. Ace B, you could be right, but I believe everyone deserves a second chance. I believe I deserved a second chance, and everyone does deserve a second chance. So Accountability for All offers second chances as well.
How are we doing, Josh?
How you doing, Saj?
I'm doing good.
You're doing pretty well today. Everyone has positive feedback for you.
I'm hanging in there.
You doing all right?
Brighten my day.
I brightened your day. Oh, you know what's better than you, Sergeant Burnham?
There's a long list, I'm sure.
2 of you. How about them
There's a
apples?
long list.
Huh? So Sergeant Burnham has a smile on his face. Glad to report that. You aren't selling candy or Huffies out of the back of that van, are ya?
No,
That would be unsafe.
you would.
Hey, did you hear about my arrest in Boston?
I did.
I got arrested, and you hear what happened afterwards? The DA went to bat for me, filed charges against the judge, took it to Supreme Court, won, and I was released forthwith, and the judge did the wrong thing. Guys, can we get our seatbelts on, please? Safety belts are absolutely necessary. Click it or ticket. No seat. We just failed. No seatbelts, guys. You're home with kidney stones, Jace. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I hope you feel better. So he didn't wear a seatbelt. You think he'll use a directional? I'm not really concerned at this point. Alright guys, so here's what I'm going to do, right? I usually don't do this. However, let's say accordance with the law, right? An officer couldn't pull me over for not wearing my seatbelt. It's a secondary offense here in Mass. He could pull me over for an unmarked lane change or driving to endanger or something like that. He could only issue me a seatbelt violation after there was a superseding reason for the stop. So, since the only thing he did was not wear his seatbelt, that's not enough for me to give him a ticket in the first place. So I'm going to give Burnham a pass today.
They said he was a douchebag to them.
Oh, he said they were... So you're telling me that the folks up here said Sergeant Burnham was a douchebag? Because he was just awfully nice to me. That's really unfortunate. Anyways, really appreciate you stopping by. There you go. So I'm just gonna see what's going on, guys.
How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you? You're not on camera. The camera's facing me,
It's
so
all
no
right.
one can see your face. Do you want to be on camera?
Doesn't matter.
You don't mind? How are the officers today?
Oh, they're awesome.
They're awesome. All
Yeah.
good guys all around.
Oh yeah.
Sergeant Burnham I met before,
Yeah.
and
he wasn't too awesome today.
no, he wasn't too awesome today.
No.
Well, he needs to work on it. I think he woke up on the wrong side of every bed. But if he continues to take his grumpy pills as prescribed, maybe he will take the chip out of his ass and just put it back on his shoulder.
He might.
Maybe. Well, we really appreciate you guys out here keeping us safe. Thank you very much. And enjoy your day. Richie's Restorations, what's going on? When they crash, no comment. He was awfully nice to me. And listen, this is why I'm going to give him the pass. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we live, sometimes we learn, sometimes we don't learn, and sometimes we don't live. However, just because I had an issue with him before, this is what we're trying to do, affect change. An audit at the end of the day, I'm not going in somewhere to try and destroy the whole system. The point is to use the audit at a later date to improve the system. We don't think there's going to be any immediate changes right then and there. An audit is just to see how they're doing, celebrate what they're doing right, and let people see what they're doing wrong. So that way, we can affect change. And before, he was super rude to me, tried to violate my rights. He had no idea of any of the constitutional amendments. Today, he was nothing but super nice. So for me, because of what I did, and because of that video, and because of all the feedback on what's up, guys, because of all the people watching it, he changed his attitude. So we affected change. And that's mostly why I'm doing this. That's fine, Carlos. You can think whatever you want. It's a free country. What's up, Lorraine? Melissa, oh great, thanks. I appreciate it, Ace B. Listen, I would be the last person to say, hey, listen, you've changed, you've done something positive, but let me hate on you because you once treated me negatively. No, I'm not going to give you a second chance. Life is about celebrating the first chances you've succeeded through and making up, every time you had to take a second chance. That's what life's all about. There certainly are a lot of bootlickers on my channel. How do you like your Boston Celtics and Gordon Hayward? think they were good this year. Guys, I don't follow the Celtics. I'm a hometown boy, so I appreciate all the teams. I don't follow the Celtics. I follow the Pats. I follow the Sox. I don't really keep too much track of basketball because I don't really have much time. What's that? Good. Any questions today? And guys, watch the video. Before you hate and say I'm harassing him, I'm asking him riddles. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bridge that gap. I'm not screaming at him, telling him what a D-bag he is. I'm not, telling him everything, this, that, and the third, and all sorts of negative stuff. I'm making jokes. I'm giving riddles. I'm being silly. Because there's no reason to continue a negative confrontation. He made a mistake, I'm over it. I've made mistakes, I'm over it. Like 2 weeks, Jay? Maybe about no. Maybe like a week and a half ago, maybe. Glad to see you back out, but be careful out there, will do, Karen. Bruins 2, Jace. Bruins 2. Live, laugh, love. I love that, Melissa Lynn. And on the, these ones were for free from a subscriber that wanted me to commemorate my experience in Boston with the whole arrest and everything. So it'll be a while before I can actually afford to go get some tattoos. But what I want to do is get love on the under part of my knuckles and then life on the other part. Because I spent plenty of time laughing. And BTZ, I made you a moderator just because you've been super supportive. You've always been involved in the streams, and I just appreciate it. I appreciate everyone out there. So lawsuit, here we go. I am going to address that civilly. I'm going to address it in a criminal aspect for the way that I was treated by the Boston police. Thanks, Linda. And I'm going to hold them accountable for those actions. And here's what I get back to. What's up? What's up, Ro Renato? Great to see you, 76. Whether you love me or hate me, most of the negative attention I'm getting right now is because of my exposure in the straight pride parade and me covering it and my arrest there. At the end of the day, regardless of your feelings about me, I was arrested for practicing a constitutionally protected activity and on video. Not a blurry video, not a video where you couldn't see his hands connecting, where I could say it happened, but he could say it didn't. On a very clear video with excellent resolution by credible and professional press other than myself with 2 other camera angles, you can see this officer physically striking me more than 3 times, punching me over and over again. And why did he do it? Because I called him a pig. At the end of the day, that's what this is about. And I took a hit for our freedom. And a lot of people have taken a hit for our freedom. And no one should give anyone an issue for practicing their freedom. Someone said, milkman, if your record were clean, would the courts have let you out earlier? So if I didn't have that bail out of that other case for the issue that's open, by the way, a very, very small bail. The charges are laughable. The police report's laughable. But if I didn't have that, he still would have instituted another bail. There was a young lady in there who had no criminal record, and she was arrested simply on disorderly conduct charges. The DA didn't want to prosecute. The judge forced her to prosecute, which we later found out was unconstitutional and out of his bounds and jurisdiction. And then she said she did not want a bail, and the Judge Richard Sinnott instituted a $750 bail on a current student that had no criminal record at all. Okay? A mother was with her child asking for directions, not part of the protest in any way. And her and her small child were pepper sprayed. She was given an additional bail. This is why these things are happening. Before everyone was heard and their cases were heard and their issues were addressed, you saw the cops coming up. You can see them on several news channels. If you go to Josh Abrams' Straight Pride arrest, Channel 4 has an interview with me, and in the captions of that interview, it shows other folks, and you see the court officers come up with about 20 sets of handcuffs. 20 sets of handcuffs. He decided beforehand, and that's not justice. Update on the stolen phone, okay? They finally admitted that they have a phone from me. They're just not quite sure where it is. So bottom line, they have to now return the phone. they don't have an option. So my lawyer is going to get back to me, and when I get that phone in my hands, I will update you and let you guys know. Really appreciate that, Joseph Taverna. Oh, road to prison, exactly, absolutely. Road to prison, done. And I was talking to you before all this and before I was held, and I said to everybody, like, going to jail and having a record, that doesn't change your abilities to practice freedom and to practice your constitutional rights and to love your country, okay? And Carlos, listen, you're free to ask the questions you're asking. You're free to make the statements you're making, just as the people saying you're a bootlicker are free to say that. And I will say that Carlos was an avid supporter, okay? More than just an avid supporter. Every single video had a thumbs up. Every single video had a positive comment. So if after watching everything and hearing what other people had to say, if he wants to make a formed opinion on his own that he no longer likes what I do or he thinks I suck, this is what I mean. Those comments are not going to be deleted. Okay? If you're violating community guidelines, bullying people, and conducting criminal activity, they're not only going to be deleted, you're going to be hid from the channel. But if you're just telling me you're not a big fan, you don't like me, that's not going to be strict from the comment sections. David Diaz, David, if you could please email me, because here's what I want to do. My phone should be coming back any day, and I'm able to borrow someone else's phone right now. So I'd love to get that phone returned to you in the same condition it was given to me, and I'd also like to thank you very much. David dropped off some money into my canteen account, and I didn't feel comfortable using that money. I didn't want to, when I was in jail, I didn't want to live any better. I didn't want to have like a radio and food, thank you, Kathleen. I didn't want to live any better. I didn't want to, enjoy prison based on my sacrifice or anyone else's support. So when I left jail, the same amount that was in my canteen while I was in jail is still there. They're going to process a check that takes a couple weeks, and I believe that's also public record. So you can check my canteen account and see that same money is still there. For all the people that say, I'm a scammer, which is fine. It's your freedom to do so. You know what I mean? Josh allows freedom of speech, basically just no racist shit, no spamming, no nasty talk about women or HCGG, basically no obvious shit, and you'll be good. Jaybird, appreciate it. You couldn't have said it any better. Did ever take Risperidol? Jim, did your mother ever take my, never mind, you know where I was going with that. What's going on in Michelle's mobile media? How's everyone doing today? Now, you're probably not going to get the notification. Thank you, Peter. You're probably not going to get the notification because they only get 2 live notifications a day. But I do have a big announcement coming up later. Yeah, Haas, absolutely right. From Virginia, what's going on in Virginia, man? How we doing, DJ Dancing Dave? Thank you, Appalachian Liberty. I really appreciate that. And I stand by you, too, as well. All the way. And I have someone now that is following me. You're going to see a white truck behind me, and it's been following me ever since I conducted that audit up the street. And this happens all the time. Okay? Okay, Jay Elkubar. Now, you just said that's your opinion. Service members support the blue issue and have no problem with it. That's fine. So if service members didn't support free speech, we wouldn't change free speech because service members didn't appreciate it. The Constitution is not a suggestion. It's not a guideline. It's law. So if the Constitution says that the laws state that that's the case, then that's the case. That's fine. If the government wants to amend anything regarding flag code violation, they're more than free to do that. But, just like if a service member says they support Thin Blue Line, or they say they don't support free speech, that's their freedom to feel that way. And I love service members, right? Every single video, or either off screen, when I see them, I stop to thank them, okay? Because they're the ones out there fighting for this country. A Balanced Drama and News. What's going on? Thank you so much. But we can't just enforce laws ourselves and just make them up as we go. That's the whole point of what we're doing. right? That's the whole point of what we're doing. Virginia's in the house. Jeremy Paxos, really appreciate the love from New Jersey. Yellow-eyed canine, you could not be more right. Peter paid you $2 to answer a question, you didn't answer it. Okay, Peter answered a question, so let me go back and find Peter's question. I missed it, so hang tight, guys. I'm just trying to find Peter's question. Have you reposted? I can't see it right now, so let me look for it. There's Doug G. Okay, Peter. So many comments, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, if you like the... Peter, are you going to be on 60 Minutes or Vice? That was Peter's question. Got it. So, as of this moment, I'm not at liberty to discuss any engagements that I do or do not have. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I'm saying at this point that I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your inquiry under advice of counsel. I'll let you guys know anything that's going on, when it's going on, if it's going on. I'm not confirming, I'm not denying, I'm just saying right now, I can't answer that question. Oh, Phillies. I want to get to Philly so bad. Mostly because I spent a week in Philly for work once for a different job, and I never had a Philly cheesesteak, but I did see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air spray painted huge on the side of a building, which is really cool. Marion, Virginia. Okay. So I went to court the other day, and things went great, guys. The prosecutor was... Okay, so this was not Rachel Rollins. Rachel Rollins has been an avid supporter of the First Amendment. There's something else going on with court, separately, I guess. Don't want to give you guys too much info or put it out there yet before I get the news that I'll be talking about later today. But, you know, it's been pretty crazy. So I'll let you know. And just tuned in. So court actually went well. Police ordered to return my phone. Case gonzo. So what actually happened to the phone? I have not spoken to Joe Luna lately. Congratulations to Disorderly Product News for becoming pretty much an overnight success. He has over 10,000 subs last time I checked, and he virtually did it overnight. So congratulations to him. My phone I tracked, and originally the police were saying they didn't have my phone. But there's two things we know for sure. That my phone... Oh, and this guy's still following me, guys. Here we go. So behind me you can see this white truck. Okay? It's been standing there. Now I guarantee you if I walk around this building, he just might follow me. So let's take a test, because he continues to look at me. So I'm going to hold the phone like this. So when I walk by, you guys can see if he looks at me. Because he's been following me. He's looking at me right now. So, yep. So I'm going to walk around the back of the building. Here's what I'm talking about, guys. I have people sometimes come to me when I'm filming because they recognize the area and they want to say hi. Sometimes when I'm filming, I have people that will try and start stuff. Now, even after that Tibbetts whole thing, like, people pretty much know at this point that I can really fight. If I have to defend myself, I will. So they normally, no one ever gets like crazy like that, but it's dangerous. You know, anytime you're working on the right or wrong side of freedom, you have these issues, okay? You have retaliation, and that's going to be part of the major announcement I have later. And it really just might blow you away. Normally, if they're watching the live and they know who I am, they'll say something to me, positive or negative, but he's really not saying anything. He's just watching. So I just wanted to come around the back of the building. Yellow-eyed canine, thank you so much. October 19th. Hey guys, I was reading my birthday sign. I was at a Chinese restaurant. And have you ever seen the placemats for the stuff with the Chinese calendar year? I forget what animal I was. And I'm not into horoscopes and stuff, but that was pretty much spot on. Pretty much spot on. Marty Crystal Floyd, hope everything's going well with the family and the little one. I can't release it now because I have to confirm and catch up with my lawyer for a few things, so I'm not going to release it right now. Well, happy early birthday. Why do poor people hate to be recorded that they would use violence to stop you? So some of it's being uneducated, and some people really do think 100%. No, the truck's in the truck, yeah. So some people really do believe 100% that I need to get permission and they must sign a waiver. I'm pretty diehard about not filming civilians. If they start talking to me and get crazy, I'll just let them know, if you don't talk to a guy with a camera if you don't want to be on camera. My business is to record government officials. So I don't really I'm not really there for them. But they're uncomfortable because they're uneducated. You're right, road to prison. Bootlickers do want to side with the cops. That's because cops need to, need boots to be licked. Good answer. Are you going to answer my question? Return my messages. Brent, are these messages on Facebook or email? I've only just got back onto my email, and I'm having an issue with my Facebook messages. Now, my personal messages, everything's getting filtered. I think because there's so many messages coming in on my personal Facebook that new ones don't pop up. So I have to go looking for them, and there's thousands of them. On my Accountability for All Facebook message, when I go to reply to somebody, it says unable to respond in yellow letters, and I have no idea of what that is or what it's about. So if I haven't responded to you, just let me know what platform you reached out to me on. What's going on, Matt the IT guy? Great to see ya. Matt the IT guy, I borrowed a phone today to go live, so I apologize I've not been able to reach out to you. I was only able to touch base with people when I had a Wi-Fi connection. That's pretty much as I'm driving whenever an Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspot came on. But I got some huge news for you, and I will call you today. I didn't have your number in this phone, but I'll pull it. Is that truck still there? Let's see if that truck's still there. Fire Rabbit. Ooh. What's up, Ginger Snaps? Ginger Snaps in the house today. Always supportive. Love Ginger Snaps. And the truck is still, it's still there. It's that white truck in the corner right there. It's still there. The president of... who tried to meet me. The president of CO who tried to meet me. Hey, Matt IT, we changed the password, signed everything out except your home computer. I went through each one because someone was trying to get into the account. So the only people that can access you still have access to the account. I made sure to leave your computer. News Now America, check this out. I can't vape because in Massachusetts, Governor Charlie Baker struck a national health emergency with vaping, and they've been removed from all stores. They're saying because not the vape itself, but the juice that's used to make the vape, there's a class action lawsuit. It's causing all sorts of bad stuff. Someone's, Clutch said a funny joke earlier. He's like, what do you call a rusty penny? A dirty copper. I like that. I was listening to 101.7 The Bull this morning, the country music, and they had a really funny joke. It's like, what does a mummy do to relax? Unravel and unwind. Brent, yes. Okay, Brent. So I don't have access to that phone right now. I am going to touch base with it later. I sent I think that we can touch base and make things happen. I don't want to say too much on here, just because I don't want to put too much out there. However, we can make it happen. Whatever we need to do on my side to make it happen will be done, and I look forward to moving forward. I'll give you some more information, but basically, you guys gave me some information that was detrimental to me to be able to make the decisions I'm going to make moving forward, and we're going to be able to touch base and absolutely do everything that we need to do. If that's something that mutually everyone wants, then that's great. And I'd love to see where it goes from here, out of respect for, you know, the back and forth discussion. I didn't want to touch base on really too much of it. Jason never reached out to me. M Against the Press never reached out to me. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to get in the car, and I'm going to see if this guy follows us. Let's go check it out. Yeah, I'm all set, Greg Mass. I don't know, but we're about to find out, guys. This truck has been following us, so I want to pull out and see if he continues to do so.
Okay.
And a hello to I cannot comment on any future current obligations, discussions, or anything like that in a public fashion or forum regarding any contracts or dates. So here we go, guys. Here's the car right here. Right, here it is. So we're just going to see if he follows us. You can obviously see he's looking. Alright? So we're going to pull out and
Don't make it seem like you're videoing.
No, I'm trying to hold it like I'm not doing that, but I also want to see if he tries to pull out. That was crazy, Mock Mookie. Matt, right now I'm not at liberty to discuss anything. You know, I'm going to have to, if something comes up and I need to make an announcement about it, I will. Right now there's nothing that I'm going to announce or speak about publicly. And I don't think, did he pull out? No, he didn't pull out. All right, guys, so he was looking at me. Maybe he was watching the live stream, but it doesn't look as if he pulled out, did he? I can't see.
No.
That green shit. Nope, he didn't pull out, guys. He did not pull out. So I'm gonna go get a coffee, right now at this lovely place, and I'd like to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. What's on your mind? What's going on where you're at? What's up? I want to get a coffee. Jeez. Louise. With cream cheese. What's up, Jose? How are you doing, man? Great to see you, Jose. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan Correa. What's your fave coffee, pizza, or Starbucks? I've had Pete's. To be honest with you, I'm not allowed to mention sponsors or people that advertise on my channel, but it's neither of those. Let's just say the coffee I drink keeps America running. Negative, Michelle. So the next date is, I have my other phone now that I'm on Wi-Fi. I can contact my attorney. I cannot confirm or deny that Brett on this live stream works for HBO. But I'm going to get that other phone right now, and I'm going to call my attorney so you guys can hear what's going on. Because I actually forget when the next date is, but the next date is to return evidence, dismiss, and at that point my bail will be refunded in total. Do you have that phone over there, the one Dave let us use? What's going on, Garcia? Thank you. Spanks a lot. All right. See, Dave? Still got it. Excellent condition. And it's been awesome to, when I can connect to Wi-Fi, to be able to use a phone, to be honest with you. So, let's call my attorney. Oh my God, I got so much things coming in. Yeah, Brett, I got your messages. Todd, I got your messages. I got everyone's messages. Holy moly. Everyone, I got your message, Brent and Todd. I don't want to say too much more than that, but I got your messages, and I will return them now. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. Calling my attorney. Oop, hold on. Thank you so much, Jose. I really appreciate that. Can you guys hear? I don't want to give out the phone number.
Hello?
Attorney Scarano, how are you this fine afternoon today?
Is this Josh Abrams?
It's your favorite client, so that would be Josh Abrams.
Yeah, so my question to you is, you're lucky enough to
Quick, so I have a quick question. When will my bail money be returned? Like all the bail that's been posted. What date would that be
when all your
returned?
cases are closed.
Okay, so we go back
So, for
in.
example, and it depends on which each case is closed. Let me explain to you.
Yep.
So, let's just say you went into court tomorrow and they decided to dismiss your full superior
Mm-hmm.
case.
Yep.
Then you would be able to get the bail back
Okay.
at that point.
So Boston specifically, like they dismiss the case, and I can walk right across, say to the cashier's office, and they would give me my bail right back.
As soon as the court orders the case dismissed, yes.
Okay, and that's what we.
Or closed. For
Okay.
example, if you took like a plea and you said, I want to fuck it, I want to do 2.5 years in state prison or whatever it is, then you can get as soon as the case is served or resolved or closed.
As soon as the case. So, and that's what we plan to do.
$500 bail back.
That's what we. Okay, so on that one. So would I get all my bails back at the same time? So, and that's what we plan to do on the next date. No.
No, your bail only come back. Well, first of all, they don't go back. They go to the person.
They go to the right. They go to the person that the people that paid the bail. Because in my instance, if I'm in jail, I can't go post a bail.
It depends. I think it depends on whose name is on the bail.
Right. So the person that, but for all intents and purposes, if I'm in jail, I can't go pay a bail. So whoever posted the bails for me, it will be returned, and that's what we're trying to do when we go. That's what we're doing when we get to the next court date. Get the phone back, get the case dismissed, and get the bail refunded. That's the intent of the next
That's
date.
what the judge decides.
Right.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm just resolving the bail. I'm not resolving the case regarding your bail. I'm resolving the case based upon the facts of the case.
Right. It's not. We're not resolving the case to get the bail back. We're resolving the case regarding the facts. And right. I understand. All right. I just wanted to.
Because the way you phrased it,
Right.
makes it not the right situation.
Right. So. So I'm not going to court to get my bail back. I'm going to court to resolve the case, which would result in bails being returned. I get it. 100% on top of it, and I appreciate your time. Huh?
Yeah, that doesn't make a difference. The thing is this is that
Hello?
the issue is
Doug. Uh-oh. Lost the call. Alright, I feel bad for hanging up on him. I didn't mean, if he hung up, however the call was lost. I'll send him a message back because right now, guys, as you can see, I have no SIM card in the phone, so I'm specifically working on Wi-Fi right now. No SIM card detected. So I'm going to send him a message back because I feel like a jerk disconnecting the call. Hold on. Sorry, that's the text now number, and I was working off the restaurant Wi-Fi, so I got disconnected. I didn't have any more questions, but I apologize that it got disconnected, and I will talk to you soon. All right, guys. I guess I confused him because I said, when do I go to court to get my bails back? Well, you don't go to court for that. You go to court to resolve the case, and then you get your bails back. Either way, regardless. And for all the haters out there that had questions, he pretty much confirmed it. I guess for some reason I won't get them back thank you, Lorraine. I won't get them back at the same time. Maybe because they were posted at different times, but both of them recognized. Both will be returned. And obviously if I'm in jail, I can't post my own bail. So the folks that posted it on my behalf, it will be returned to them. Peter, here's the thing. He's my attorney, okay? All conversations are protected by attorney-client privilege. So, if under the guise of my attorney, I release any information, that's fine, okay? Because it's under privilege. No, whatever. I know, Derek. But I appreciate you guys staying tuned. Well, certainly, here's what I plan to do. Anyone that, and I'll have to deal with my attorney on his own, but I have a list of everyone that paid money towards bail. So the date that I released a video asking help for bail, from that point to when we actually got me in front of a judge to ask for my release, I have the names of everybody, right? So everyone that actually donated for my bail, once I get the bails back, I'm going to refund them to those people. So I'll be putting it in my PayPal account, and I'll just be simply going on every one of those purchases and hitting refund, and it'll draw the money that I just put in. So, they paid bail. If I get it back, it's not like, hey, that's a gift. It was bail for me to be free. I'm free. And that's the sole purpose for why I did it. So that will be returned. Oh, granted, live streams. I agree. I do not live in a car. And another question just came in. Melissa, I will be talking about that later today. But I also have a huge announcement that I have to make. Hold on one second. We got a question here. So I haven't seen her talk to her since Earl's chat, so how would she know? I don't know what that message is about, Kevin R2. Some R15 with a chat, I do not know. If you could audit only one last place, where would it be? If I could audit one last place, where would it be? Okay, now, so a question to your question. This place that I audited, would it be under my conditions, or are we talking about just walking into the place and auditing it as is? Because I guess I would say if I could audit any place, it would be the White House. Just because there's so much history there, that would be just phenomenal to do the White House. And I would love to audit a federal prison. But I guess the White House would be my number one place, that if it was only one place left to go, it would be there. It would be there. Thanks, Ginger Snaps. Jesus, I hate how the weather's changing. It's getting freezing. Army base, so I can legally audit an Army base. I choose not to. I've had the opportunity to, and I don't, only because these guys are, it's not like police where they go home and then they go to work, they do their job, and they go home. Our servicemen and women are like doctors. They're working 24/7 to protect our safety. And I don't want to go in there and audit them and take any time away from what they're doing. Number one, because they're protecting our safety. They're literally risking their lives. And number two, because they can't even have time with their family. I don't want to have them have that time with me. No TT. That's going to be later. That will be later. And Jaybird, you should not be racist. Hey, Haas, I hate to be the one to break it to you. I consider Jaybird a personal friend, and he is very far from racist. Very far from racist. Everyone has the freedom of speech. They can say what they want unless it's to incite danger or to incite threats upon somebody, but I would choose not to surround myself with somebody who's racist. But I can tell you one thing, Jaybird is not racist. Not racist at all. In fact, if you met him and spoke to him and had some time chatting with him, you would, laugh that you ever said that. No, TT, you did not. So I think maybe 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time I'm going to go live. I will put an update on my community page on YouTube and on the Accountability Facebook page about this update and about what's going on and what time to tune in. And I'll try and allow people to file in before I get into all of it. But I'm going to have to, it's huge. I can tell you what's going on with me anyways is huge. And let's put it this way. it makes my arrest at the Straight Pride Parade look small as far as civil rights violations go. Okay? Thank you, Tucson Lori Copwatch. Ken Dalton, you're a good guy and you're the man. That's a fact. Alan, listen. What's that? Oh, I thought that was a cop. Someone just almost smashed into somebody, and now you can't. What's going on, Jason? Thank you, Patricia. Nowadays, everyone has, Explorers, so sometimes you see it, and someone almost got in an accident, and I thought it was an officer, and how, awful for the person that got in the accident, but I've never seen a police officer get in an accident and be able to audit it, and that would be absolutely phenomenal. No, you didn't, TT. You did not miss the update yet. Yeah, Leroy, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Actually, this is in from, you know what? It's sad that those people only get views when they talk about me, but Strong Island, I'm not racist, I hate everybody equally. That's, I like the way that came out. Howard, she's fine. She's fine. We're going to be doing a small update on that and some information that I have as well. She's doing great. Jaybird, I do not have my personal phone. I do have a phone that connects to Wi-Fi intermittently. It's super hard to send or receive any messages on it. I have got your messages. I've just been unable to keep in contact with people. Alright guys, going to get my coffee. Would you like to come get my coffee with me? Who wants to go get a coffee? Do not have it, Jaybird. Do not have it. The only way to communicate with me right now is on a text now number that I have not given you because the service is so bad, and through email. So Jaybird, best way to keep it is through email, man. I've disconnected the security from all the other phones. Wolfwoman's in the house. Father, how's it going? Jason, it's my pleasure to take you guys with me. I'm just going to order a... Hold on one second. What's going on, man? Can I please have a large ice with 5 milk and 2 sugars? That is going to be it. It's going to be 2 turkeys. Did I tap it long enough? Okay, thanks, man. Oh, and something else. Thank you, bud. I'm not going to get too much into the entire circumstance just because I want to touch base on that later. But listen to this. When I go, let's just say our accounts, like our financial, I don't even, I don't want to give anyone any updates right now because I want to do it all later and you guys will have too many questions and I don't want to leave you hanging. So I'll just discuss it all later. Just a little jaded if you're in the house. How you doing? Yeah, I have been unable, Balance News, to go out and get new glasses yet, or get contacts. Hope to do that soon. My first payment in a long time is coming in, so I hope to be able to go get some new glasses because the way that they sit in my head makes me super dizzy. Halloween's here, Dawn. Halloween is here. And I can't stand that it's so cold. So cold. I don't like that Halloween's here because that means the cold is here. Because I hate the cold and I hate Halloween. You know what I'm going to be for Halloween, guys? You tell me what you want me to be. I want to be a cop. I want to be a cop for Halloween and ask everyone for ID. Instead of candy, I'm going to request illegal identification. But what do you think it should be for Halloween? Hold on a second here. Jose, I don't want you to give your number over this. I don't know, Peter. I don't know. far as Elizabeth goes, see, I've been lucky in my life as a parent, and I had full custody of my son for the better part of 8 years. I've never had a DCF case opened against me. Elizabeth, unfortunately, had a DCF case involved with her when her and her husband had a physical altercation in front of a child, which caused DCF to be involved. And, well, I don't need to address it. Let them say what they want, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow people to take the first shot, okay? People want to try and attack me. It's based on the people trying to attack me. I mean, I'm only going to do it in self-defense. I'm not going to be going out after people. I have other things to do and better things to do. So if they want to attack me, they can attack me. That's fine. He who was without sin, let him cast the first stone. For Halloween, oh my God, that's kind of great that she just got indicted. That she just got sentenced to 10 years. That's pretty cool. Thousands of people's speech. Why have I blocked thousands of people's speech? Listen, here's the thing, right? I care about two things. I want to get paid, right? So every person that views me or leaves a comment increases my likelihood of getting paid. So if someone leaves a comment or someone hates me, I'm not going to block them from watching my product, because then I can't get more views on it. That would be stupid. The only time people get blocked is if they say bullying, harassing comments. They violate the community guidelines. There's been a bunch of people on this one feed that have had lots of negative things to say about me, and I've told, I've let them go, right? I've had conversations with my moderators where people say I suck. That's fine. So it would be financially deterring for me to block people. Doesn't help, okay? Hold on, I'm just reading a comment by Alan. Since the Act of 1871, which established the D.C. we between living under the United States Corporation, which is owned by certain international bankers and aristocracy of Europe and Britain. Is that a question, Alan? Are you trying to get points? Trying to get pointers on it? I'm not on, or are you just stating it? Okay, so let me address this real quick. Haas, you should have absolutely not have been blocked. Haas, if you said, for example, Josh Abrams is a racist, and you plaster that all over social media, that would be slanderous. It would be defamation of my character, because you posted something that wasn't true, that had direct recourse about my character publicly. But if you're like, oh, he looks like a racist, he sounds like a racist, I don't like him, I think he might be a racist, then absolutely not. You should not be blocked for that, and you won't be, so I apologize about that. Anthony M., not sure why you got blocked. Here's the thing. Sometimes the moderators don't block people. If you ever do a live stream yourself, I'll take a screenshot of it. It will say, YouTube has withheld this comment pending moderator approval. But when there's so many comments coming through, it's hard for people to see it. Go as the First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment. How would I even do that? Just walking around, speaking freely, refusing people to search me, at the same time staying silent? I guess I could be like, I have the right to be... Please don't search me. I guess I could do that. Squared. Oh, absolutely. Something like that, that's defamation of character, Derek. I was hoping I'd see you, man. Let Granite watch me. It's an extra view. No one watches her, so she's got spare time. Greenmove. Okay, buddy. Do your thing, man. Good for you. Go back and see all the hate comments, right? They're still on here. I haven't got rid of them. She probably is, Big D. Banging her head against a wall and blaming the police. Or maybe in a hospital, harassing hospital victims, violating HIPAA laws in a private hospital, and then releasing the video and then shutting down her channel. I mean, look at the prison video I did. She's way in the background while I'm in the mix of it. That's all she did. She jumped on board my train to try and get some success off it and threw me under the bus the first time she could. That's why her name's Lie Streams. Granite State is about 5'3", 320 pounds, and you'll tell she's coming because you can smell her Tiva sandals from like 3 miles away. She will most likely be smashing her head against a wall, marrying a drug addict she doesn't know, and then not speaking to him a week later, or befriending you so she can later throw you under the bus if it helps her financially. Possibly. Just saying. It's more like a solid, like, 260. It's 260, 250. But this has taken a long time. We've been going on the AFA, keep up the good work and don't stop. Love your demeanor and attitude. Have you ever audited with Texas Sheepdog? I haven't, but I'm willing to audit with anybody. I'm willing to work with anybody just because I want to see how other people do things. I want to learn things. If I can help people learn some things, I want to do that. And, I just... Constitution, government of this school, and incorporated government. Yeah, Alan, so I understand that is correct, and in a sense, they kind of conglomerated government. A long time ago, each city or town was sovereign unto itself. And what they basically did is, if you look at it in like a business sense, like instead of a lot of small stores, like there's a franchise, Joe's Burger Shack is franchise in this town and owned by this person, and there's 20 different Joe's Burger Shacks, each owned by different people, right? And then it all got taken up to be a corporate entity. What they basically did is they conglomerized the country. Do you think... Yes, Auditing America is still a friend of mine. Guys, everything is going on. It's happened so recently that I just don't, I haven't had time. I've barely had time to put out videos. However, Kremov, you're just silly because you've said like 20 times that I block your comments and free speech, and everyone can continuously see your comments. It's like saying I beat you up by not touching you. So I appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you later, and that's the reason I stopped you today.